Let me get straight to the point. I want to sell this watch to you. Not this exact watch in particular, but the idea of it. And neither this is a paid review nor a promotional video. Hello and welcome my dear watchers. Today I am on a mission, on a quest for transforming this humble man's timepiece, a trifling HMT, into a discerning connoisseur's collector's item with huge imaginative value that appeals more to heart than head. With the same logic that explains why a pre-owned 50-year-old watch gets sold at an auction in $18 million. With that kind of money, you can buy a decent private jet or 4 Lamborghini Aventadors with enough change left to buy a dozen Apple Watches. So, I implore you to come with me and see if we can elevate the worth of this watch by testing it on some criteria which makes a watch unreasonably desirable to many. Would you believe me if I say that HMT, a defunct company today, once commanded over 90% of India's wristwatch market, with few so popular that marriage dates were planned based on the availability of the model and would be cancelled if the preferred one was not given as a gift to the groom. Once considered as the quintessential gift for all major milestones in life like graduations and weddings, waiting lists stretched for days, and even then one has to queue up for many hours to purchase one of these. These were stolen, smuggled, even though there were more than 100 million of them ever produced. These watches were special enough to be handed down as heirlooms and simple enough gift on doing well in exams. Doesn't matter if you are a father teaching his daughter to ride a bicycle, a retired army officer, or a classical vocalist singing ragas by the Taj Mahal, its relevancy blanketed all. These watches were designed for the rough and tough environment when most Indians would take public transport. So the product has to be sturdy and it has nothing to do with cosmetic orientations. This brand tells the story of the time when watches were earned, not bought on a whim. The brand HMT was associated with achievement, national pride and functionality. HMT brand got propelled into the national consciousness by an extremely well thought out and catchy advertisement campaign, which certainly reflected India's social and regional diversity with a sense of positivity and hope in it. While Rolex was for the Westerners, but for a third world Eastern country broken with British colonialism, this was the set high standard. These were the likes of celebrities, public figures, and politicians. We humans always want what we cannot have. And if a watch brand have a limited production, it will mean that getting a hold of certain timepieces will be increasingly difficult, in some cases impossible. And at the same time, since people will become more desperate to acquire one, having an underproduction of watches has proven to have a very positive effect for watch brands. The fact that HMT watches are no more has suddenly created demand for its timepieces among collectors. Inventory on the company's website sells out in no time. Very few surviving brick and mortar stores are seeing a surge in demands for these pieces. A few models even began to appreciate due to their popularity and relative scarcity. With plenty of case studies written down on the reasons of HMT's failures, rumor and hopes of a resurrection of a venerable brand were finally put to rest on May 1, 2016, when the last of its employees were eased into voluntary retirement. Movements inside these are far from being the finest. Nevertheless, they are in-house mechanical robust movements, an Indianized citizen hand-wound movement. These Japanese movements were predestined to run reliably for many years without service, an absolute must in India. There are many models that have a display case back allowing you to peep in. Watch collecting is a wonderful hobby, since humans, since time immemorial, have been interested in measuring time. The thought of owning a watch from a dying brand with unusual stories has the potential to become quite appealing to the collectors. HMT watches were decidedly subdued in design, being essentially unfuzzy, hardy timepieces, qualities that loyal fans continues to extol. While most watch brands want to be a luxury brand, this one on the other hand lays unpretentious on ventilator support, where it is peacefully waiting for its end with modesty, even though its demands are skyrocketing now. For people who are truly passionate about watches, the real watch enthusiasts, this watch personifies a life cycle in its whole. You're born, you rise, you fall, and then you perish. Well, unfortunately, you still don't have to be rich to enjoy one of these. Even at these higher prices, most of the pieces are still selling for under 50 US dollars, 200 US dollars. You still can be part of a story and legacy at a throwaway prices. HMT watches were and still are surprisingly affordable and reliable, even though people are grabbing them while they can. The extent to which these pieces will appreciate in value in the future is uncertain, but at the current prices, it isn't much of a gamble. It has been said that selling is nothing but the transfer of enthusiasm from the seller to the buyer. That is what precisely I have attempted in this video. My love for these watches is contagious. This retro cool watch is a simple, pretty, reliable piece of a great Indian dream. Unlike any Chinese watch out there, it has superb quality, unique character, and an unparalleled story that complements its simplicity. That's it for this video. Do let me know in the comment section if this touched a chord within you. Like, share and subscribe for more. Take care and stay safe watchers. See you in the next video.